Yes, I know. I'm sorry. I know. I told you guys that I was going to do a stream today and yesterday. But er was een rustige extra I had met my audio. But I says everything today, and I thought, I'm going to sing. But then I thought, wait a second, tomorrow, when I have to live stream, so Saturday to sing, I have tomorrow, that is going to be 2 hours, I think 4 or 5 hour live stream, and I thought, wait a minute, I wanted to replay and the entire Cyberpunk game today, I want to start to replay the Cyberpunk game today and our first live stream. The then I thought, wait a second, I can't gotta do that tomorrow. That would be so much more fun. We are going to replay the entire story of Cyberpunk because I I want to start a little more into it, and I'm going to restart because unless some important things that I have left, but some good loot that I have left, so I'm really sorry that I told you guys that was going to stream today and yesterday. But don't worry, I'm gonna get to you guys tomorrow and Sunday. We're gonna 2 hour live stream, so Saturday live stream. I'm actually going to stream also the entire week, and then we are going to play some old games, some nostalgia games such as GTA, maybe some Watch Dogs 2, and also maybe some Uncharted. I don't know which Uncharted, maybe 3 or 4. I really think 4 the last one, I think. But Uncharted is the latter Uncharted.
Wow, what a total disaster for Cyberpunk 2077.
Yeah, you can say that.
Projekt Red, check this out. This is the headline. It says, Sony is pulling...
Sony's pulling Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and asking to refund. Okay. Yeah. I can't understand why.
Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and offering full refunds. You can request a refund right now. This is no joke. This is not a prank. This is actually happening. I never imagined Cyberpunk 2077 would have such a horrible launch.
Yeah, it's actually really sad to see because this game was such a great and high game. How long years was it in development? I think 8 years, I think, I'm not sure. But yeah, it took a long time. So it's really sad to see all those references. Yeah. It's such a shame. Yeah.
On some of these platforms. So we're going to talk about this. Hey everyone, what's happening? Overworld Games here, and let's dive straight into the news. This is the official word from Sony about this matter. They go on to say this: Sony strives to ensure a high level of customer satisfaction. Therefore, we will begin to offer a full refund for all gamers who have purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via the PlayStation Store. Sony will also be removing Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store until further notice.
Damn.
If you have confirmed that you purchased Cyberpunk 2077 via the PlayStation Store, we will begin processing your refund. Please note that completion of the refund may vary based on your payment method and financial institution. I cannot get over this one. So yeah,
It's really sad.
2077 has launched on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One base consoles, in particular, in a horrible state. One
Yeah.
that I guess people were not prepared for. There's PlayStation 4 trailers still up showing.
Yeah, that's true. They misguide. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but they kinda misguide people with the PlayStation 4 trailer because that was it's a clear for gameplay because that wasn't clear for gameplay. That was clear size or even PC gameplay. So that is kinda a shame that they kinda lied. Yeah, I don't know what else you can say about that. They kinda lied. Yeah. Yeah. Such a shame.
showing PC running at ultra, and it is completely deceiving. So it seems
Yeah.
like Sony has come in here and have stepped in and have said, you guys have to do something, or perhaps there could be, and I'm just theorizing here, there could be legal action that
Damn.
could, have to endure if they did not remove this product from the PlayStation Store. Now, furthermore, this is what the article says. It says Sony is pulling Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and offering full refunds for anyone who bought the game from the digital storefront. The company said on Thursday, if you want to start the refund process now, Sony says to visit this site and sign into your PlayStation account to submit a request. Now, all the links will be in the description below if you want to actually do that. Furthermore,
Laat zeggen, waar is dat gun zitten everywhere? Dat gun was zitten everywhere.
it says this, the game has already been removed from the PlayStation Store for a few Verge staffers on their PS5s. The game doesn't come up in Cyberpunk 2077 on the website.
Wait, is that true? I want to see. Wait 1 second. Damn! I thought that the F really low result. Damn. Damn, I thought the result but it's literally nothing. Damn.
Following older online listing links to the game will show its store page, but with the option to wish list it only. They're actually removing the game also from the PlayStation 5 store.
Damn.
So there have been some major repercussions from Sony in particular about Cyberpunk 2077. We're going to get into also why this is actually happening a little bit more in just a moment.
I'm kind of wondering how that actually could have happened because this city project company has made such fantastic good games. How could this have happened? Yeah, this is another type of game and not as good as with buildings and everything, city and shit. But it's just wonder how this happened. And why wasn't they honest? Why didn't they say, people, hey, we can't put the game out this year because this and that? Yeah, it's really strange to be honest.
Sony's move comes just days after Cyberpunk 2077 developer Projekt Red said people unsatisfied with their purchase on the PS4 Xbox One should request a refund. Yet due to Sony's stringent refund policy, excuse me, many who bought digital versions of the game from the PlayStation Store were unable to get refunds. Players who bought the Xbox One version of the game have reported better luck with Microsoft's more generous refund policy. We have yet to hear if Microsoft also is going to be removing the game from their store.
Damn.
It's unclear when Sony plans to return Cyberpunk 2077 to the PlayStation Store. The company's note says the game will be unavailable in its digital form until further notice. It's unclear if Microsoft plans to similarly yank the game from its digital storefront or offer full refunds. Microsoft.
That Cyberpunk is really losing a lot of money. That is actually horrible to think about because now a lot of people are struggling with money, and when you are hit with this struggle, then that I'm scared for the company, to be honest. I hope so that they can take a hit like this. I think so, but still.
So yeah, this is a total disaster for them. And yeah, they had so many mixed messages with their refund message CD Projekt Red did. People were totally confused. It seemed like, hey, they can just go out to Sony and say, I want a refund, but that was not the case. Let's take a look here. It says here, Sony's announcement comes after the messy messaging of Cyberpunk 2077's launch, which included a significant performance gap between the PC and PS4 Xbox One versions of the game, the latter of which were not shown running on base hardware pre-release. That really worried me. That worried a lot of the press. They still insisted on giving the game high reviews, which was also another concern. I made a video about be warned about the Cyberpunk 2077 reviews that are upcoming.
Yeah.
It seems like, you know, the reviews were specifically for the PC next-gen version of the game.
Yeah.
Furthermore, this is what IGN had to say about it, and they're quoting CD Projekt Red here. It says, "We would like to start by apologizing to you for not showing the game on base/gen consoles before."
Wait a second. They have shown us those PS4 and those Xbox versions. Those weren't the official PS4 and Xbox versions. Those were just the free versions waar je slaat alleen als those consoles on.
Premiered, and in consequence, not allowing you to make a more informed decision about
They actually kinda lied.
your purchase. We should have paid more attention to making it play better on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. This statement read. Now, alongside that, CD Projekt Red said players could request refunds for the console versions if they weren't satisfied. However, there was no official word from Microsoft or PlayStation about honoring these at the time. Another thing, in my opinion, they should have definitely not done was to promise something first going through the proper channels, which is definitely Sony and Microsoft. They first needed approval there before they could.
You guys gaan not refunds. Oh wait. We haven't talked about we haven't talked to Sony or Xbox or Microsoft yet, and not really happy with this decision. Oh, you can't get your money back. Oh, okay, yeah, that's their problem. Bye.
Ever
Jesus.
and I honestly think kind of caused issues for with Sony because they're a little bit more aggressive about this sort of thing, and Sony was like, you know, you're gonna have to pull the game. I think that's perhaps what has happened in this situation. All right.
I can't actually understand that. You shut the air and we are facing the consequences for it. So yeah, I actually can kinda understand it. And there's a certain mass. There's a certain mass. How could this ever have happened?
They go on to say this while there have been reports of some players receiving refunds even before CD Projekt Red's apology. Following it, it seemed like no special deal had been worked out between CD Projekt Red and the platform holders at that time. Widespread reports of players, including some on IGN staff, who were unable to properly request refunds due to platform policies, began to spread. IGN at the time had reached out to CD Projekt Red for comment, but Sony offering refunds and full removal of the game from the store is the first official word we've heard on the company's policy toward Cyberpunk's launch. So I also think that Sony is sending a clear message to any developers, any publishers out there. If you're going to develop a game, you better develop it right. We're not going to put up with this. I think they have a certain level, you know, of quality that they are holding up here going forward in the future, and I admire that from Sony.
It's gozy and it's respectable because you go out, you're really honest and you go put this out, so yeah. I don't know what to say. It's such a shame that this game, that it happened to this game. It could have been such a fantastic game. It had.
That big time. If you're gonna have a game on Sony's platform, they're saying it's got to be working. It's got to be as advertised.
Yeah.
You have a PS4 trailer showing next-gen footage, and the result is anything but. It's completely horrible.
Yeah.
This is the penalty. Your game's got to be removed until you fix it. So that seems to be the issue.
That's it, yeah.
Get an official word from CD Projekt Red, I would hope. So stay tuned for that. Furthermore, it says this, prior to launch, IGN had only played the PC version of Cyberpunk 2077, which we praised in our review. But following the launch, IGN separately reviewed the Cyberpunk 2077 console version, saying If your only option right now is playing Cyberpunk 2077 on either of the base console platforms, I highly suggest you don't play it at all until its terrible performance issues are fixed. And if you've already bought it and had an experience similar to what I've described, you should absolutely get a refund if possible. There you have it. So that's their official word about those base console versions of the game. You know,
Yeah.
playing on PC, and again, I'm enjoying the game, but it has those glitches which are very distracting when they happen, and they're that kind of Skyrim level of glitches, and it's such a bummer the game even launched with them. Alright, let's talk about top comments. Let's go over your latest top.
Yeah, it says it's on really high disease that are glass and issues. Yeah. As the game has, that's what I said in the beginning. I have said that even the Solar game came out that as that we could expect issues because as the game has issues that what we're saying right here that's a says, yeah. But I don't know what to say. If I'm being really honest with you guys, this game, if I was Sony or Xbox or the owner of some CD projects, I wouldn't allow them to put this game out. And then maybe put it out so only, I don't know how it is on the size and the new effort is working pretty well, I think, how it looks and everything. And on the PC, it's working pretty well, but I wouldn't have to allow them so long to put them out on other consoles. So yeah. I don't know, it's such a shame to see that it happened to this guy. It had such a high potential and then this happened. I have Cyberpunk on PS4 and I will stream it this Saturday and Sunday on the PS4 and I hope everything will work. Hopefully, and let the game. The game doesn't look. How can I say this? The game doesn't look nearly as good as we had thought. It looks, to be honest, shit on a PS4. And it kinda looks like you got an early copy of a game that isn't fully laid out or put out there. That's how I feel like. That you got an early copy of a game that isn't finished yet. And that's such a shame. And it's so sad to see that this has happened and that they weren't honest with what's going on. And also, people are saying, oh, I have been saying that people said like, the scene isn't got it so so only for next-gen consoles, but you can only, as long as this version, you can only get it for the PS4. And you can for the size, if you want to get it for the size and you have the size, you need all the PS4 this version, or you need to get a digital. So, yeah. And this game will have come out as soon as a year ago, was it planned? And they say that this game was supposed to come out a year ago. It was supposed to be so all consoles like PS4, because then they no longer decide that everything would have to come out. So that's saying is, yeah. I wouldn't listen to the saying because the saying isn't true. But yeah, I hope you like this video. Saturday and Sunday, so to speak, playing Cyberpunk, normally I'm playing CDPR and I will see what we are going to say later. I hope you guys are enjoying this channel, and I hope you consider me some next stream even if I have promised it. So I hope to see you tomorrow and soon. Later.